Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Oh, okay.
He never thought that a simple bottle of milk would turn his life upside down. In the forest, where every rustle could mean danger, a little miracle appeared, asking only for a drop of kindness.
What Fairy loves now is a good brush. You see her smiling?
For several days, Jeff watched the tiny fawn at the edge of the forest. The little one wandered around, seemingly unsure of where to go, wandering between pine trees and bushes. Each time, Jeff's heart sank. If he didn't intervene, this tiny fluffy ball would not survive, but his mind whispered, "Walk away. Let nature take its course." He walked away, trying not to look back, but the next day the fawn was standing at the edge of the forest again, and the next day. And then Jeff could no longer deceive himself.
What are you thinking? What's going on?
He didn't pick up the baby and drag it along with him. He just took a bottle of milk out of the trunk and hung it next to the bird feeder. He stepped back into the shade of the trees. A few seconds of silence, and then the tiny fawn stepped over a twig, approached, and began to drink greedily, never taking its eyes off Jeff.
How beautiful is that? This is awesome.
Every last drop. Jeff's heart skipped a beat. This was the beginning of their story.
Fairy? Hello, baby. Don't be afraid.
A couple of days later, he plucked up the courage to get closer. He crouched down, whistled softly, and held out the bottle. The fawn hesitated for a second, then cautiously took the food from his hands. At that moment, Jeff realized that this was not just a wild animal, but a little miracle worth telling the world about. That's how the name Fairy was born.
Which one do you prefer? That was an apple.
From that day on, everything changed. It was no longer the milk that attracted the fawn. He came to be close to Jeff. When Jeff chopped wood by the barn, Fairy stood quietly a few steps away and watched, as if learning from a human. When he repaired the roof, she lay down nearby, patiently waiting for him to finish. In the morning, Jeff almost always found her on the porch. Every morning.
Hello, baby. Hello, Fairy. How are you doing?
Every morning, she greeted him like an old friend, and he felt that a little heart had appeared in this forest, beating in unison with his own. Once, Jeff forgot to close the door. In the silence, he heard the faint sound of hooves. Fairy was walking across the kitchen floor. He smiled. "You're such a joker, little one."
What is this? Fairy, what are you doing?
She just bowed her head and seemed to smile back. In those moments, he remembered that Fairy's real home was the wild forest, and it should be valued above all for its freedom. Winter came quickly, like a cold wind of change. The first snow covered the ground with a white blanket, and the sounds of the forest fell silent. Jeff whistled until he was hoarse, but all he heard in response was the echo of his own sounds. The flock that appeared silently every morning disappeared. The forest was empty again, like the heart of a man who had lost a friend. Spring melted away in drops of mist, and one morning Fairy appeared above the forest.
Fairy's back, guys. What a joy every time.
She appeared as suddenly as she disappeared. A smoky shadow, a light rustle in the grass. She approached and gently nudged Jeff's elbow with her nose, as if continuing an unfinished conversation. He knelt down, stroking her soft head, and tears welled up in his eyes. It was the return of hope. It was the rebirth of trust. Since then, Fairy has been coming from time to time. Not for milk, not for food, but for that very just being there that is important to each of us. She gives Jeff a feeling of joy, filling his days with warmth and meaning. In her eyes, he sees gratitude, and in her steps, freedom and love. Sometimes it only takes a drop of compassion to change someone's life. A single moment when you decide not to walk by. If you like this story about Fairy, like it, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more touching stories. Before bringing an exotic pet into your home, be sure to consult with experts and learn about their specific needs. Proper research is the key to giving them the happy, healthy life they truly deserve.